What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tay, and I'm back with another recap. Let's get it. Let's go. So y'all know Nay dropped the video today, so we got to recap that. Okay. It was good stuff, y'all. It was funny. It was real. They did a mukbang, mukbang, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it that. That's what they did today. Let's get right into it. Y'all know I'm jumping all over the place. I'm just a not in order person. So, the part I would love to start with, honestly, is the baby talk. Basically, Armon and they both came to a conclusion that they feel like they're gonna have a boy. Honestly, I feel that way too. Like, I be chatting about it with people, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's because Armon already has like a daughter. It's just like a lot of girls around. I'm just like, I see Armon and Nate having a boy first. If they decide to have a second child, cool. But like, I see the first child being a boy, a son. They went on and was like naming names. But I realized they weren't being serious when they was giving us names like him and different, okay? Or Armand wasn't being serious. But Armand was like him, and Nate's face automatically dropped. Like, what the freak? You know what I'm saying? Like, Armand and Reginae are normal names. They're different. They're cute. This dude goes with him. Like, bruh. Nate's like him, Warren. Like, no. She basically said it right. Like, I hate it. Like, you know, Armand calls himself or refers to himself as him or himitor, but I would never give my child the name him. Okay? If that's something like he do music and he want to do that, sure. Like Armand does, but not just him. Doesn't sound right. So then Nay's like, I was thinking Armand Warren Jr., like a junior, right? Armand like, nah, I ain't feeling it. Like, no, I understand that though. Like, not everyone's a fan of the juniors. I know in my household, like in my family, my dad did not want a junior. He's not a junior, but like sometimes still, like for us, we won't do juniors, but we might do the same middle name or same initials. But we don't do juniors. We don't do the thirds, the fourths. We don't do the other numbers. You feel me? But after that, Armand's like, I want him to be different. What about we name our child different? That's when Dave was just like, this conversation's over. Like, what? I mean, I do feel like they probably had that conversation. I don't feel like it's ever too early to have that conversation. It's just like a fun conversation. You know, it's like if y'all just sitting there chilling and wasting time, like, oh, what would you want to name your kids? So, I mean, but you look at Legacy's name, and I like her name is so like Legacy Dior Warren is like golden, bro. It's just golden, okay? You look at Reginae's name, Reginae Dewan Carter. Sexy as crap, y'all. It's sexy. Armand's name, I forgot his middle name, but it starts with the R. But oh, good names, you feel me? So I do feel like when they have their son, they have a couple years to come up with the name. No big deal. Moving on, they talked about their first kiss. And they reenacted it for us for the visual people. Basically, Nate was like, well, you can say I kissed him first, but he kissed me first, but she really kissed him first. But basically, he had kissed her on the cheek. She was telling a story. Little recap. He kissed her on the forehead, my bad. He kissed her on the forehead, and then, she was like, why not let me, like, show you what it really is. And then she kissed him on the lips. And, for Armand, he was like, that was that sign that you're like, you really like me, like, because they were still friends. And honestly, I do feel like that's a big respect thing. Like, shout out to Armand for being respectful. It's nothing wrong. It's a kiss, right? It's just a kiss for some people, but still, like, to have that respect where you're like kissing her forehead and you let Nay, like, oh, I'm comfortable enough to initiate it and boom, kiss you on the lips. That's a big deal. But just like on the camera, he, felt comfortable enough to, like, this is my girl. I want to kiss her on her lips, so I will kiss her on her lips. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether they were still friends at that point, dating, whatever. The thing is, she was able to initiate their first kiss. He was able to initiate their first kiss on camera. So therefore, it's them, having their zones where they want to break out, and they did, and wonderful things have happened. Now they lock lips whenever. They don't mind. So yeah, that was that. They reenacted it for you. We talked about, which I felt like was a really great conversation. It was the 50-50 topic discussion that was like 2 weeks ago. Basically, it popped up on Twitter or somewhere where people are like 50-50 is like money in a relationship. And honestly, Armand and they are two mature people. They're young. They're in their literally young 20s. When I tell you that, y'all, like, they're 4 and 5 years older than me, and the way they talk is like so mature and so like healthy, and they're like, yeah, it's not just money, it's not just financials, but it's the love, it's the reciprocated energy, it's like actions. And I'm like, these is like people in their 20s talking like this. So, yeah, I really, everybody take notes, please. This is what y'all need on a TV on a big screen instead of toxic energy, but I won't say anything. I feel like you might actually be able to learn something from Armonae. But once again, we ain't getting into that. This is a sore topic, y'all. They talked about their 2023 resolutions. I do feel they were mature. They talked about mental growth, lots of growth, mental, spiritual, business, physical, just a whole bunch of growth. I think every year you as a person want to grow in those categories, so I can agree with them there. I do like how Nay had said we phrased something one way about acting, hoping I think she gets more acting roles in her mind. Like, you are going to get, like manifest it, like put it out there already. So I do like how like the wording was there, but he made it stronger. Like, he gave it more like, nah, keep saying it. Like just having someone like that like motivate you. Like, you're already a confident person and you already are like motivated, but to have someone like, nah, sit like keep going because I see something in you too. So that right there, I really do like that. I like that energy that he brought during that. Yeah, like that, y'all. Their biggest joys, I enjoyed this part because our mom was just like, waking up to my baby girl, just being able to, he was talking about Nay, just being able to wake up, enjoy the day. They talked about that. And then for Nay to like, she came in and she was like, one of the biggest joys that I can see, that she can see, that he might not see it, but he might feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, it's definitely a big joy, like she said, to see that though, amazing. But you're like, anytime your daughter like calls you, even if you're asleep, whatever you're doing, it's just like the biggest smile pops up on your face. And I thought it was like a very cute moment. One, because like I do feel like some people, like when they are dating someone with a kid, they like sort of hide it or they make it very like hidden. Nay's very like out loud about it. She supports him. She's very like, understanding, aware, and yeah, I feel like she doesn't hide that he's a dad. Even if the child isn't with her, she's still very aware and she's like, you're a great father. I love seeing how happy you are I love seeing your excitement when you are talking with your daughter and when she calls you. That just shows, like, I'm telling you, I two different type of people. It's people that's like, yeah, let's move on from your daughter. Nate's like, let's talk about your kid. Like, Nate brings it up. And I just like that attention that she gives and she's very aware of the situation and that brought joy to my face. Like that brought me joy because it's like I know y'all like, well, she dated someone else, who cares? But it's like she's very aware and she's very out. Like not a lot of people are like that. So Nay's a rare breed, honestly, y'all. Okay, so then the next part, they did talk about like their embarrassing moments. The funniest moment about that, honestly, was Armand having to point out the fact that, all the girls were over me. They used to be all over me. I'm like, Armand, you did not have to put all the girls were over you, bro. Like that part of the story was unnecessary, but at the end they were like, I would have helped you out. I was like, okay, okay, guys, we get it. Y'all are in love. But it was memorable holiday experiences, and they was just talking about when she was younger, how Casey had stole the money he had lost against Nay and Lolo in pool, and he had stole the money. But that's not even the part that killed me. Like Casey is crazy, that just proved it. But the way she reenacted her mom, like down to the accent so well, and she's done it before. Like anytime she actually gets into character and does her mom's accent, she kills it every time. And I'll be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this girl can kill her mother's accent so well. Like, and I know, duh, like, she's from there, but she kills her mom's accent. She turns into a whole Toya 2.0. That part was just funny. That part really cracked me up. It's the fact that Nate called him, like, yo, do you remember this? I was just like, yo, Casey, you're different, bro. That's being a sore loser to the max for you to take their money because you lost. But it was still cute. Like just like them being able to like recall little memories like that was cute. I honestly don't think Armand named one, but it's okay. I do feel like he will be able to use this year, um, to create lots of good memories. He even pointed out at one point, he was like, he said, it's been a while since he's been in the holiday spirit. So I do feel like you're around Nay, you're around her family, you're around her friends who are all like, let's go, like holiday to the max people. I do love that for him. I do feel he is creating a new experience and he'll be able to definitely take these moments into next year and capitalize on it. But y'all, like I said, I just enjoyed the sit down videos. I love their sit down videos. Because it's nothing but the truth. And you know, like it's them growing over time. Because the last time they did, I think, was the seafood one. So for them to like, do these and keep us updated because their life is constantly like growing. So, keeping us a part of it. Also, y'all, on the 50-50 topic, I love how like Armand said, there was a point where they wasn't affectionate, but like she opened up to Armand. So I really like that, y'all. Like I said, I would honestly love if they did like a whole video on that because they be speaking on some real deep stuff. But yeah, y'all, I just had to add that in. I like that. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I love y'all and deuces.